Today is April 25th, and I'm going to give you every update from the last 12 hours. Everything coming out of Hormuz, everything coming out of Iran. But let's start today with what's happening in Hormuz. We'll talk about how Iran has, one by one, struck multiple ships in the last 24 hours, and how, in front of the strength of Iran's navy, the American navy has been brought to its knees. As a result, you may have already heard that in the U.S., the Navy Secretary has been removed from his position. Anyway, that's one thing. But we'll begin with a piece of news that has now worried all of America. The news is, has Iran decided to exit the NPT, the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty? And has there been agreement in the past few hours, or in the past day or two, that Iran should now conduct a nuclear test? This is extremely important. You've seen many times in the past reports claiming Iran is about to conduct a nuclear test or that it already has. Many such claims have circulated. But this is the first time that a very serious statement has come from an Iranian spokesperson. The spokesperson for Khatam al-Anbiya, Ibrahim Zulfagari, has claimed that Iran has decided to withdraw from all international agreements, especially those related to nuclear deals. Does this statement mean that Iran has now decided to exit the NPT, the Non-Proliferation Treaty? Along with this, Iran has also said that it will not hold any discussions on nuclear matters at all. That means all talks about uranium and related issues. Iran has decided there will be no discussions whatsoever. Iran's military has said that decisions will now be made according to what the Iranian people want. If the people want war, then there will be war. Wherever the people want Iran to target, missiles will be fired there. The decision is in the hands of the public, and the reports coming from Iran suggest that the public mood is now in favor of conducting a nuclear test immediately. Iran has also stated, through spokesperson Ibrahim Zulfagari, that whether to build a nuclear bomb or not, and what its atomic policy should be, is its sovereign right. The United States has no authority to tell Iran what it should or should not do. Now, experts are saying that although this statement came from a spokesperson, it carries very serious implications. Some time ago, even before the war, a proposal had been introduced in Iran's parliament to withdraw from the NPT. That bill suggested major changes to Iran's nuclear policy, including exiting the NPT, canceling laws that bind Iran to nuclear deal commitments, and working with allied countries to develop peaceful nuclear technology. At that time, it became clear that most Iranian lawmakers believed there was no longer any need to follow the restrictions imposed by the NPT, especially after the attacks carried out by the United States. Now, the situation is such that, as long as Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was in power, Iran never built a nuclear bomb. He never pursued atomic weapons. The U.S., in its attacks, killed a leader who never wanted to build a nuclear bomb. In other words, the justification given for attacking Iran, that it was building nuclear weapons, was false. The U.S. attacked Iran based on a lie and carried out the assassination of Khamenei. These kinds of comments are now coming from Iran. Many experts are saying this. But after Khamenei's assassination, after attacks on children, after strikes on infrastructure and hospitals, the Iranian public is now saying there's no need to follow any restrictions. And the spokesperson's statement suggests that Iran has made a major decision, perhaps the decision to conduct a nuclear test. Uranium enrichment may not only continue, it may accelerate. I spoke to several experts after this statement, and they all agreed. After Khamenei's assassination, the anger in Iran is visible on the streets. There are missile parades, drone parades, images have come out. The public mood in Iran is such that they don't want any negotiations at any level. This likely means that the next step, possibly a nuclear decision, has already been made, or we may hear about it very soon. Now, if we briefly understand the NPT, it was initiated in 1968 and came into force in 1970. Its purpose is to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons, promote disarmament, and encourage peaceful use of nuclear energy. Under this treaty, nuclear weapons are limited to 5 countries: the United States, Russia, China, the United Kingdom, and France. Many countries signed it, some didn't, but still follow its rules. But Iran had already proposed in parliament that it may stop following it. Meanwhile, IAEA Chief Rafael Grossi has also said recently that around 20 countries might consider leaving the NPT or advancing their nuclear programs. This is because many countries now feel that having nuclear weapons provides deterrence and safety. If you don't have them, you could become a target of the U.S., no matter who you are, whether it's Cuba, Greenland, Venezuela, or Iran. To prevent this, every country needs its own deterrent, like North Korea. No one dares attack North Korea. Everyone knows what would happen if they did. Missiles would strike, and Kim Jong-un doesn't talk, he acts. So these attacks on Iran have actually put the U.S. in a difficult position. Iran didn't have nuclear weapons before and wasn't building them. But after these events, the new leadership is seeing public anger that could turn into an existential threat for the U.S. Now moving to another major development. In the past 12 to 13 hours, Iran's Navy has targeted 5 ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Visuals have emerged of ships like MSC Francesca and Epaminondas, a Liberian-flagged vessel. There are videos showing IRGC naval commandos boarding the ship with masks and taking control of it. These visuals are going viral. The reality is that right now, Iran dominates the Strait of Hormuz. The American Navy is helpless. Iran has brought it to its knees. It is confirmed that Iran has successfully escorted 30 ships through Hormuz under its own capability, bypassing the American blockade completely. This is why the U.S. Navy Secretary, John Phelan, was removed by Donald Trump due to this major failure in Hormuz. Over 10 million barrels of oil were transported by Iran's Navy in the last 24 hours, and the U.S. could do nothing. Earlier in the war, American bases suffered heavy damage and casualties, and now, in Hormuz too, the U.S. is losing. Reports in the U.S. suggest that the number of dead and injured soldiers is far higher than officially admitted. Many soldiers are listed as missing, with no information about their whereabouts. Iran has also reportedly started collecting tolls from ships passing through Hormuz, with the money deposited into its central bank. All of this shows Iran's dominance in the region. Meanwhile, in Iraq, an oil field in a Kurdish-controlled area was attacked, reportedly by an Iranian drone. This region has often been used for operations against Iran. The drone strike caused a fire in the oil field, and visuals of the blaze have emerged. In summary, Iran has taken several major decisions in the past few hours. It's clear now that as long as the U.S. is present in Hormuz, there will be no talks. General Munir is reportedly trying to involve China to bring Iran to the negotiation table, but Iran has refused. No talks on uranium, no talks on nuclear policy. In fact, Iran may be moving toward exiting the NPT and conducting a nuclear test. That's why Russia is warning that something catastrophic could happen. China is also saying something serious is coming. The situation is going out of control. And the anger of the Iranian public, you can see it in the streets. I've been covering Iran for 2 years, and I've never seen this level of rage. It's completely out of control. No one knows what might happen next. Iran is now openly challenging. No compromise on anything. Not on Hormuz, not on nuclear deals, not on uranium. As a result, Donald Trump is completely on the back foot. In the next video, I'll bring you a major explosive revelation. I just need to confirm a few things. I'll try to upload it today itself. This revelation related to the war might be something no one else has information about yet. Let me know in the comments how you found the video.